If 11th house is about the materialistic world, then 12th house is about spirituality. Today I will be discussing about 12th house and 12th house lord. Hello friends, my name is Hardik and you're watching my YouTube channel on Vedic Astrology, Astrokeen. So let's start. So what exactly is 12th house and what are those things which are represented by 12th house and 12th house lord? 12th house is about spirituality. 12th house is about moksha or nirvana. 12th house is about liberation. Moksha and nirvana is nothing but liberation. 12th house represents isolation. 12th house represents asylum. 12th house represents hospitals. 12th house represents prison. 12th house is about losses because it takes material things away from you. 12th house is about bed pleasure. 12th house is about foreign land, foreign people, foreign places. 12th house is considered to be a Dustana house or is considered to be a difficult house. Dustana house is 6th, 8th, and 12th. So let's understand what happens when 12th house lord goes to different houses. What happens when 12th house lord goes to the first house? What exactly is first house? First house is about you. First house about your ego. First house is about your aura, your health, your character, your features. So it's all about you. Now when 12th house lord goes to the first house, what happens is you kind of isolate yourself from your surrounding. You're a person who likes to live in his own place. You are an introvert. 12th house, if it goes to the first house, then your health can have some kind of difficulties. You may go through some kind of health issues, so you need to be careful of that. It also means that you are a naturally spiritual person. You are somebody for whom spirituality plays a very, very important role. Now, what happens when 12th house lord goes to the second house? Now, when 12th house lord goes to the second house, then you're a person who talks about spirituality. You're a person who speaks about nirvana and moksha. If 12th house lord goes to the second house, then it's not very good from a finance point of view. You become somebody who you earn a lot of money, but then you spend all your money. So that's not a great thing. And you need to be careful of that fact. What happens when 12th house lord goes to the third house? When 12th house lord goes to the third house, then you become a writer or somebody who writes about moksha, nirvana, who writes about psychic things. If 12th house lord goes to the third house, then your sibling may play a very, very important role in your life from a spirituality point of view, or may help you move abroad for your work, or for that matter for anything. They may help you move abroad. If 12th house lord goes to the fourth house, then again fourth house is also considered to be a moksha house. So you become naturally a spiritual person. If 12th house lord goes to the fourth house, then you may go through some losses from your property or from your asset point of view, because 12th house is about losses and fourth house represents your assets, whether fixed or moving. Now when 12th house lord goes to your fourth house, this can also mean that your mother is from a foreign land. I mean, your father can be from a different place and your mother can be from a different place, or your mother may be staying away from you. That's also a possibility if the 12th house lord goes to the fourth house. Now, if 12th house lord goes to the fifth house, then this means that your relationship with your children is very spiritual. You like to discuss with your children about spirituality. Also, this is not a great position because you kind of go through some kind of ups and downs as far as your children are concerned. So you may have a great relationship one day and the other day you may think of staying away from it. So that kind of is a difficult part of this combination. Now what happens when 12th house lord goes to the sixth house? When 12th house lord goes to the sixth house, then this is a Viparita Raja Yoga, and I've already explained in my previous video what exactly is Viparita Raja Yoga. So that's a good position to be, that's a good thing to happen, that the 12th house lord is in the 6th house. uh, your enemies can bring a lot of losses in your life, can force you to make mistake, because of which you may suffer losses. That's a possibility. Now, even 12th house lord going to 6th house, you need to be careful of your health, because 12th house is about hospital and 6th house is about disease. So you need to be very, very careful about your health. Now, what happens when 12th house lord goes to the 7th house? Now, when 12th house lord goes to the 7th house, then generally some of these people, and not everybody, but some of the people, they do not marry, because you kind of become a lot spiritual. Or if even if you get married, your relationship with your spouse is very, very spiritual in nature. You both may look for liberation. Now, if 12th house lord goes to the 7th house, this is not good for business. If you're planning to do some kind of a business, you need to be very, very careful, because you may incur a lot of losses. Now, what happens when 12th house lord goes to the 8th house? If 12th house lord goes to the 8th house, then your gains and losses will go through sudden transformation. You may gain a lot of money at one point and then lose all the money. This can also mean that your sexual desires will be very high, because 12th house is about bed places, and uh, 8th house is about your sexual desires. So that can be very, very high. Now, if 12th house lord goes to the 8th house, this can mean that you will be a person who will be interested in astrology and spirituality and psychic things. Now, what happens when 12th house lord goes to the 9th house? When 12th house goes to the 9th house, then your fortune kind of goes through ups and downs. You may, similar to what I have already said in 8, because 9th house is about fortune. This can mean that you may travel long distance from a spirituality point of view. You may travel to faraway places to discover about spirituality. So, for example, a person in US may travel to India to know more about spirituality. Now, what happened when 12th house lord goes to the 10th house? Now, when 12th house lord goes to the 10th house, then you're a person who works away from his homeland. You may work with a foreign you may work in a foreign place or in a foreign country. Now, if 12th house lord is present in the 10th house, then your career again may go through ups and downs. So you need to be professionally very, very active to do well. Now, what happens when 12th house lord goes to the 11th house? This is not a good combination again, because the 12th house lord is the lord of losses, and it comes to 11th house, which is about gain. So you kind of get confused. These are the people who kind of get confused, who may incur a lot of losses. What happens when 12th house lord goes to the 12th house? When 12th house lord goes to the 12th house, this is generally a very, very good combination, because one, it creates Viparita Raja Yoga. Second, it's in its own house. So that means that you are very, very spiritually inclined. You always want to go into the path of spirituality. You may look into those questions like, who am I? Why have I come to this world, and so on. 12th house lord going to the present in the 12th house can also mean that you may look for spirituality outside your homeland. You're a person who will explore other places, but and this can also mean that you are interested in sexual activities, because 12th house is about bed pleasure. So that's it, guys. I think I've covered all the houses from a 12th house lord point of view. If you have any more questions, please do comment in the comment box, and whenever I get time, I will answer your questions. Thank you for watching my video. Please do subscribe to my channel. Please share my video. Take care. Bye bye.